Hi guys, this is just sort of a response to Oklahoma basically taking shots at Miami, Brent Venables taking shots at Miami about losing to Middle Tennessee State and losing to Florida State 45 to 3. Okay. And there is you know, the Miami fan base, I think, is rightly pointing out that Oklahoma, they are sort of, for lack of a better term, they are, a pot calling the kettle black. Okay, because they only went 6-7 last year, and they had lost to Texas 49-0. So yes, that is one part of it, but this is more about just giving advice to both. Okay. And, my advice to the Miami fan base, who's, again, rightly pissed off, I say, calm down. Okay. That stuff does provide good bulletin board material. So you should be celebrating this. Okay. And you should be thanking your lucky stars that uh, that a coach has done this. Okay. Gave your team plenty of bulletin board material, plenty of external motivation here. Okay. That being said, Oklahoma. Okay. Y'all played us tough last year. Okay. And you were in, plenty of games where you could have been had a lot better of a record. Okay. And so, there's a bit of there's that other side of it, which says make sure that your body is not writing checks that your brain can't cash, or whatever phrase you want to use. But, again, one part of you is writing a check, and the other part of you says, hey, I can't cash this. Make sure. So, my advice to Oklahoma in particular is to just there's that sort of phrase, like there is another phrase that the Roosevelts were known for: speak softly but carry a big stick. Okay, and um and that would be my advice to um to Oklahoma. Okay, don't get into these flame wars. Okay, don't be, you don't need to go on to into the Big 12 media week or whatever. You don't need to be going into these media events and starting this stuff. Okay, you shouldn't be doing that. Okay, you should be just focused on your team and what they're doing. Okay, Miami got a lot of external motivation to succeed this year. Okay. However, however, motivation, external motivation only lasts so long. It has to come from here. It has to come from within. Okay. And that's the kind of motivation that Saban, that Smart, that all of these other big time coaches, they do, and they are geniuses in implementing it. Okay. So if you want to be the best, you have to sort of act like the best. Okay. So, be smart about it. Okay. And that's to both. Okay. The Miami fan base, they're rightly pissed off, but as well, just calm down about this. Okay. It is not the end of the world. You just need to focus on what you were doing. And that's to both. Okay. Florida State was stuck in between it's basically stuck in the crossfire. Florida State fan base, Florida State administration, coaching staff, we are all just sitting here, in the crossfire here. Okay? So, you know, if you guys want to, fire shots at each other, that's fine. But I think a lot of it just, my advice to Miami, win some games. My advice to Oklahoma, win some games. And everything's gonna come after. Okay? That's the biggest thing. So, um, I hate to sound like Josh Pate, but the biggest thing is just win some games. That's all you need to do. I think Miami, um, this is their, 2023, 2024. These 2 years coming up, 2023, 2024. These years are going to be incredibly important for Miami because if they don't succeed, then it could lead to some pretty dire straits. And Miami is already in dire straits right now. Okay? So, all you got to do is just win some games. Stop getting into these flame wars. Okay? We could talk about, playbooks, we could talk about schemes all day long. We could talk about recruiting all day long. I know Miami, they just got a major five-star recruit, Josiah Trader. Okay, absolutely. That's a good sign for Miami. Let's see where it leads them. Okay. Oklahoma, they've been stealing, several recruits from Miami this time of year. So just my advice to both, just win some games. Okay? Miami, it's incredibly important. Oklahoma, less so, but still important. You still want to win games. You still want to make those crowds loud. So that's all you got to do. Just win games.